everyone, it's Desiree and welcome back. We are going to be working on our embellishments, whether we're going to add another pocket, a collage, create our tags, not necessarily the tassels. You'll see that in the final reveal as we put everything together. Again, just trying to keep this video down in time. Not that I do a good job all over the place, but you know, we're giving it a shot when it comes to that. I also have here the spare papers for the background papers that we are using as well. Because like this one here is a double layer tag, and I like them to be double layered depending upon what I'm doing when it comes to the journal. But let's just get started. There are some elements that I have with each of the sets that we created because I wanted those specifically with those. So we'll work on those first, and then we will work on filling up all of our areas here and just have some fun. All right, so starting off, we're going to glue this tag together. And I have my ink standing by. I thought I couldn't find that because we're going to ink around these. And I have my little tiny metal findings. Here's where we're going to add our metal. I also have some smaller brads with my larger brads that we've been using. And I also have my thin magnets just in case. I don't think magnets are going to come into this part. I think that's going to come into the final video, which is after this one, where we put our backgrounds in on our pages. We're going to set these onto our page and do our cover and our back and our spine. And then we will do the final flip through. Okay, so let's just keep going. We're going to ink around. And I like to do both sides. Now with a tag like this, since we've got a great collage piece on that, I'm really not going to do too much with this one. I think it's great just the way it is. I think what I'm going to do is just add, I'm going to add a topper to this, and I think that's going to be this one. Whenever I use my eyelets and I just do not, we do not get along. So I'm hoping they will work for me. I like to make my cardstock as thick as I can in that area where I'm going to add it. So hopefully, you know, that will work for me. Yes, so I'm going to go on the side. Yes, and that really does seem to work for me. I don't know. Okay, so we have this, and I want this one to sit in this tall pocket here. Let's just fill in with just a few pieces. And again, we're going to get these to a certain spot. And then whatever, if any pieces are left, then we can just fill those in. But I at least want to have, you know, something in our pockets. And again, I'm mixing and matching between the sets. And I have all of my ephemera off to the side here, divided up. So like these are large cards, and then I just have some plain pieces that she had in the kit that we can decorate. So like, where are those little things? They were absolutely adorable. So like this piece here, I would think would be really cute with one of these on it. The only thing I did not do, as you can see, is just ink around. But these are going to be small pieces, so I think we'll be okay. And we will see where we get to. And see how long that takes us. But I do love these little pieces, and I figured that would be really cute, just sticking out like that. And I think we can add one more small piece and just have that going like that. So our first one is already done. I do want to put a collage on this front. I really like that. I'm not pulling in any fabrics because again, usually I sew around my tags, but I just wanted to stick with the kit. And just stick with those components. But you can certainly, by all means, certainly do that with this. All right, so we're going to get this down. If I'm looking for a frayed effect, more than likely I will tear the paper, which for me is always fun. I love to tear a paper. I am on my collage pieces going to make sure that I go out to the edges, especially for a piece of ephemera like this. Again, I don't want anything to catch on anything else or on the page that's across from it. And let's look. And we're just going to add that one right in there. Okay, that is our first one. We have our collage. Figured I would start right out with Merry Christmas. We've got our tag, just got to add our tassel. I think what I'm going to do here, okay, I have things sticking to me. I'm going to add this little booklet. Sometimes I'll let these be little tiny booklets. I think they're perfect. Little tiny journaling spots. And we have the perfect spot for this one in here. Just popping out. And we could add just a little sentiment there. And then maybe just a simple round disc. There we go. And there we go. That one is done. Oh, no, let's put something right there. Okay, we never have to get crazy with our embellishments. But again, do what you like to do. Because again, we also have our cards that are coming out that are acting like embellishments as well. Our first section, and remember this is going to be the front inside cover, is done. So we're going to set that one aside. So here is our page 1. So this will be on the right when we open our book. And we already have some items in here. I'm going to leave this be a book. And we've got a few more items here. This is actually a pocket. I do want to add a an eyelet to this one. I love the metal findings that are in that and that are throughout the journal when we make them. Let's see. Oh God, I am on a roll there. And I'm going to add that. And that right into there. And that can sit just like that. We have this already there. If I open it up and I have a small tag here, I'm going to punch a small hole in this one. Just to get that ready. And I'll add just a little bit of twine that comes out of that. We have our beautiful angel that sits there. And then we have this tag, and I'm going to close that one up as well. And yes, we are going to add an eyelet to this as well. The larger tags, I like to have that eyelet presence in there. Now for this one, I think I want to add this one and let that be the topper. And I'm just going to put that halfway up. I did some prep for today, and again, great journaling, already decorated. You could add, you know, one of the sentiments if you wanted. Okay, I'm having to, it's all right, we'll just add that just like that. Do the same thing. Sorry about that noise. All right, and then we'll put that there, or back in there. I think I'm actually gonna pull these out and put these back in my pot. All right, and I think I do like that. That's the back. And I think the only thing that I'm going to add to the front is a sentiment or a quote. And maybe just a little number there. And don't forget, we can use, you know, our solid pieces as our ephemera or embellishments. I'll be using a lot of those as the tag toppers, just cutting them in rectangles and having fun with those. And that is our second. I like the way that just sticks out there. That's our second one. Woohoo! Oh, well, and we're already 20 minutes in. Okay. Now, our page 2, I think now this is again is our accordion fold. And we really already did embellish this one. I'm going to work, I may do the file folders. I may be adding a video, guys, to just do these big ones and to show you how I'm going to set up the large pockets. But we kind of already did decorate this. Now, something that I want to do on this one is I'm going to take this. So I'm going to focus on things. I'm just going to do some of the embellishment because pretty much it's going to be the same. But, and I'm just going to cut around it. I want it even. And I want to add a charm, because I love lots and lots of charms coming off my journal. So I am going to put an eyelet in here. I like it when it jingles and all of that. All right. And I'm going to add one of these. I love these. They're called balls and chains. I think they're really cool. And for right now, I'm just going to put that on there. And I'll have to find a type of charm, or I can just let it be like that. But you can see when that hangs off the top, you've got this really cute little tiny ball and chain there. All right, so I do think our number 2 is done now. I do have a file folder back here and a couple cards. Let's see these real quick. Tag, and that's a card. I'm going to add a tag to that. I'm going to put that in there. And we'll put this on the inside. And I'm okay with the white on the other side. Some people like to have that white, some people do not. I'm okay with it because it's where a journaling spot is for someone to write a message. Now we can put this right here, and then that will actually tuck in behind that. And let's see, that's a nice tag there already. And let's just add we can cut this down. And we'll put that on the front. Put that right in there. There we go. And then on the back, we can add another cute little word. See if I can find a small one. Yes. Just trim those down. Oops. But the white is okay. I mean, it's not the primary color that you're seeing as well, so that is good. But if you don't like the white, you can also print this down on cream. All right, and I think that is okay. And I'm going to add a little clip to that. Sometimes that's all you need to do is just add a clip. Let me get that turned over so I know what that is. And we're going to do the same thing. We are going to add another eyelet. Matter of fact, I think I'm going to pull in a pair of my decorative scissors to give that a cute little edge. So to create your toppers, just use some of the papers. Again, I'm using the for the background, the coordinating background papers called Very Merry. And I actually want to turn that around. And that will be my tag topper there. And we're going to add, yep, you guessed it, an eyelet. Oh, that didn't feel good. Okay, no, it worked. Yay. And then we can put this one in the next, or we can put it in the top. Again, loving when they're hanging out because we get to do something special with them. So we have number 2 done. We are just moving along. This is wonderful. All right, let me get that clipped in so I don't lose it. And I'm going to clip that down too. Now, the clips that I'm using, the paper clips, they're in this shape because those little edges, when I find when I use regular paper clips, it sometimes cuts into my paper and I don't want it to do it. And those edges are nice and up off of the paper. So I find I really like those. All right, so we are through 3. Let's keep our area clean here. All right, the next one is page 3. Now we've got some pieces in the back here. I'm going to keep that a card as well. And I do always like to do the inside real quick, just a light amount of the distress ink. And always never forget your folds. I sometimes do. I like that. And I think I'm going to add a strip of something coming off that. We can make it a little wider. And let's see if I fold that. I think that will be perfect size. Just adds a little something to the top of that. And we'll come off the top. And I think I'm going to really raise that just a little bit because I know what sentiment I would love to have. Hopefully I made it big enough. I did. Okay, and then we have these in there already, and I'll, what do you call that? I'll ink those afterwards. And then we have, now we have this large tag here, and I am gonna close her up. Very rarely do I keep tags as an open book. Now I am going to collage on this one because it just has that front, just the pattern paper, which is gorgeous. But just to add a little something to that to give it some interest. And then I am, let me put that clip on there so I don't forget. We've got something there. And I think I'm going to add a topper to this. And yes. And I'm kind of going to go on an angle on each of those. We don't have to have straight lines, but if you like straight lines, by all means, add your straight lines. That is going to be my topper. For this one. You know, I always used to think with eyelets, oh, the back, oh, the back. I've let it go. Just saying. Okay, so let's do some collaging here. And I don't want to add, you know, a tuck or something like that. I just want to have, oh, I really like that. And I think the tree. The tree goes really cute. And then we'll add that. So, how is everybody doing out there? I do really hope you're enjoying this. I've had an absolutely wonderful time putting this journal together. But let me know in the comments, what do you like, if you like? Are you more of a scrapbook album person? Or are you a journal, vintage style person? And that's what I call my journals. I don't call them junk journals. I call them, you know, vintage style journals. You know, do you gravitate towards one more than the other? Or Are you interested in the concept of marrying these two wonderful concepts together? And there's our tag, just decorated just a little bit. And that is number 3. Let's move on to 4. You know, this one here, I want to move the tags to the back. Sorry about that. Okay. So this one here, I think we're good there. Loving this large tag, and we have that belly band back there. So I do want to get this, we're just going to keep this like this. I'm going to score it and I'm going to bend it in half, and then this will be a beautiful book to place somewhere. Now I don't know if it will fit, and it might, so it's probably going to go in this spot there. This one's going to go in the front. So let's get a tag. Now this one I'm just going to add an eyelet to, because I want this to have a flowy tassels. For those of you that have been around for a while here, I love my flowy tassels. It's like a bouquet that explodes when I do them. It's never just one, it's so many. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do with this. I will score this down the center, fold it in half, and then that's just going to sit in here on an angle. Or if I didn't want to fold that, I don't have to. If I just, what I'm actually considering, I just got to see how it looks when it's in the book, as I go around and said that I would do this off camera. I may, matter of fact, I think I am going to do that. So give me a clip. I love it says, you know, Book of Specimens. I think that is great. And I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to add, you know what, I want this to sit like this. We are going to add a fold over. And we're going to trim that. So you can see the different ways that I'm putting these pieces together. I'm using, you know, a digital download to create some of these embellishments. And I'm actually only going to have that up a little bit. And just piecing things together. That's what's fun, you know, or, you know, the most fun that, you know, we have, or I have, when putting these together. Now I'm gonna put an eyelet in this here, and I'm gonna add another one of those ball and chains. And what's great is with the ball and chains, you know, you can add, I wonder if this will fit. I have this key. Nope. But it does sit there. Well, what that means is I just need to get my jump rings, and I'll get those out. And then this, what time are we at? Okay, time is just moving quickly. So this is going to just sit up here and be clipped. And here I think is where I'll also add that Merry Christmas book, and I'll have it hanging out like that. And I think one of these journaling cards, just sit that right in there. I'm going to clip this up, and this will be clipped up high again, so it's coming up out of the top of the book. And then this one will be sitting here as well. And nope. Yes. And we're going to put this book in there. And I'm actually going to make that sit like that. And then just a little tag, gonna put a small hole in the top. We'll add some threads or twine to that to show that we have a little pocket there. And one more little thing. Oh, too close. I'll put that there. And then for this front, I think I'm going to add this holly. And then yes. So again, going to do the same thing. Get that glue right out there. To that edge. And it's okay if your ephemera sticks up over the pocket. Just watch the glue. But you do want to make sure that you're not, you know, coming off the edge of your page, because I'm going to forget, okay, is this flipping this way? Like if I came off this way, I'm fine. But if I came off here, it's going to bend as this opens, because that will be close to the edge, and it'll just get all bent up. And we'll add that there. Okay, so now we are set. This is 4. You can see each one's taking, you know, roughly 10-15 minutes to, you know, to decorate completely. which I think is a great amount of time. All right. Oh, this is the book that I wanted to make a Z fold. I'm funny. This I think I'm just going to let be. I'll ink that afterwards or off camera. That's going to be, you know, really loud. And let's see. So I will keep that to the back. And you can also see by not having these on the page, you know, set in the book, it's just easier to work with these. I like to remind myself, what did I do here? It's easier to work with those. Now, I thought these were cute. And what I'm going to do, I am going to connect them, but not glue them together. So I'm going to connect these with an eyelet only. And I forgot to put a topper. Need a topper, and I wanted to do 2 of these. So they're not gonna open, but what will be fun with them, and I want a dark, yeah, I want the dark here, so I'm going to cut into this. You'll actually be able to put things in them, and you'll see what I mean here. Let's go with that. Let's go with that. Get that splash of red in there. So whenever, especially when I create a one of my journals, I always, when I put them together, there's little tiny embellishments that I don't put in. I keep them outside of the book so that the recipient of the journal can also have fun creating with some things and adding to them. So like this, what I would do with something like this would be to add lace, roll it up, and then actually have it sitting in here, and then they can place that, you know, directly into the journal, and I set them up that way so that they can have fun, you know, adding the different elements, and if they want to add more lace, they have that spare to do that. So they're just things that, you know, I've always thought about, of how things can change, how you can add some things to them, make them look different. All right. And I think from these, I'm going to use one of these light bulb clips, and put that eyelet down too far, but that's okay. We can do this. I'm going to add a little jingle bell. That's different. Should have put it up higher. Wondering though, you know what I could put in there? Let's try it this way. Yeah, now you're gonna watch me fiddle around with this because that's going to drive me crazy. Nope. So we will add our jump rings because I want the jingle bells on there. And we're gonna add our ball and chains. I think that's what was in my brain. And I'm so sorry if you're hearing the lawnmower running in the back there. Yes, my husband felt the need to do this right as I was doing all of this. So I apologize. He should be moving any moment. And of course the neighbor chimed in as well. So it's just, you know, surround sound now. So now we have those in our front, and I think they're really cute. We are going to add this card. And I love this one. I'm going to keep it as a book. I just really like to have those books. I think when you keep them as a book, I think it does a couple things. Of course, they're journaling in their albums, or they can add photos in these. But I also think that they'll decorate it. You know, they'll add different embellishments to it and just have a good time with that. Yeah, okay. I do like the ball and chains a lot more. Okay. We have another one done. Okay, we are halfway through them. And, oh, we're coming up onto an hour. Okay, I'm just going to keep going. Let's do this one. And I heard you all screaming on this. Again, I was able to just edge in around. Not sure what I was thinking on that closure, and I was not going to redo it. So I think 6. And I think pretty much we do have our pieces in here already. Remember, we have our flips down here. I think I'm just going to ink this up. And then this will be another journaling spot for them. And I think for this one, we're just going to add one more tag for that back pocket. And I want to put something here. to this front, and I don't want to do anything to the front, but I think I like that. And I love that quote. I am going to let that hang off just a little bit. And we're going to put that down there. And we're just going to tuck this in behind. There we go. I am going to move that because I think, no, okay, we are good there. All right, let's see if we can find, here's a nice tag difference. This one I am not going to add an eyelet to. It's already decorated at the top, so I'm just going to add some trims, some twine, and now this one is done. And I am going to add something of a charm down here at some point. Let's do one more. Okay, so for this one, we have something on the back. This is our 7th package. This is definitely going to be a book. And since Santa's on that, I want to put the December 25 on that. Do I want to use the large one on that? No. Okay. Let's get that. Ink up those sides. I cannot believe that we are already in September. At the time when I'm filming this, it is September. It's actually the beginning of September. And we say it every year, right? Oh, I can't believe this year's going by so fast. I mean, every year. But you know what? When I was younger, I never said it. And it's not like, I'm like, okay, yeah, I want this to come quick or anything else. It's, I guess, you know, when you're a kid, you just never think about it. I don't know. It's just really, really amazing on how fast the years are just going. Okay, so now we have that, and now we will look at, I want to do a collage. I love poinsettias. Absolutely love them. I think I got something jamming that up. Now I'm just going to lift this up because I want to wipe that top down. I don't want it to stick. And let's look at, perfect. And just one more piece in there. Coming off the side so we can see the number. And again, making sure that we don't have that in the corner. And again, we're just going to add some cards. I've got a tag here. I'm going to make that a tag. I am going to put a an eyelet in there. So I'm going to put a journaling card in there, and I want to put this journaling card in there. And then I don't know if I'm going to add, what I might do is just to add a strip of her digital paper along that. I'm going to keep that up right there. And so I'm going to move that one up. Move that one up there. And then we're going to have this one here. I think that'll look pretty coming off the poinsettia. And I think that's all of what I'm going to do to this one. All right. And we'll keep going. You know, if the video's long, I'm good with it. Let's just keep going, and then I'll do the finer points after it. I'll finish this one. And then really, I only have 3 more to go, which I think is great. So you can see, embellishing doesn't take too long. I just like it when I have everything around me. So, you know, I kept the embellishments separate. I put them into containers, whether that's a bowl or just an area on your table. And then I sort them down. You know, I had pieces of ephemera like this together. I had smaller journaling cards together. I had solid cardstocks together so that I know what I'm looking at as I'm pulling from each of the piles. You know, basically it's by size. And my glue bottle is jamming up, of course. Get my needle. And then I just, you know, pull from it. You know, I know, okay, I'm looking for this size here, or I'm looking for this size here. And then I just, you know, fill in with those pieces. You know, where I think you know, I need it. And again, the recipient that receives this, all of these pieces, you know, I gather them up. So that nope. Nope. Yes. I gather them up and put them in a little baggie. Again, so that they can have fun. To me, that's what's really fun with a journal. To decorate it, whether you're journaling or adding your thoughts or, you know, any of those things. When we do that, that just adds to the mystique of it. Because it does not matter if we all have the same, trying to get that straight. If we have the same materials, it's not going to matter. Each one will be different. All right, let's put that there. Because we have different likes. We have, you know, a different way of thinking when it comes to how we're putting our items together. Now, I think for this one, I know I saw, yes, I think this one will be perfect right in the center. There is something in this bottle that keeps getting in this area. Let's see if I got it. Maybe. And I'm going to put that right there. All right, and this one is just going to poke out the top, and then this is going to, let's see, this is 7, so it's sitting on this side. No, it's sitting on this side, so we'll have that smaller pocket coming out, which will be perfect. All right, that is number 7. Now 8, I know I want to do a collage right here on the front. Like that. This is 8. I'm missing one of my page sets. Oh, that's funny. That's okay. We'll find it. We will find it. All right, so I want that to sit there because I think it'll look great with this. Now, this I need to lightly lift up and just go around that. There we go. That's going to go there. And I would love trying to get that one in somewhere. Let's see. Oh, what's that one? Yes. Forgot what I was saying. Okay. We're not going to worry about it. There's going to be a large tag, of course, in that top. And on the inside, I'm just going to add some sentiments. To the inside. So remember, we can swivel that. So like on the pockets. So I need 1, 2, 3. And I know she has some really great sentiments or words set up on the black cardstock, and I think it'll just be a great difference. But I do like that one. So we'll put this one, I'm going to tear it on the inside. I don't think you guys can see that. So just put it close to the top. Same thing, I'm going to tear each side of this one. And then for this one, just going to ink that up. We're going to put that there. So that's all we're doing with those. Now this is going to be a pull out as well. And that's really already done because I'm not going to close that up. And I know I have, yes, I have this one and I want that one to go in there. So let's close this one up. And we'll ink. Yes, I'm going to add an eyelet to this one. And yes, I am going to add that to the top because I know this is going to stand out on the top. So it'll be fun to have that coming across. I'm going to try to center this. There we go. I think that's good. And then when I put this eyelet in, we're going to put this off to the side. We're going to put that right there. Oh, I'm so sorry. I think I just shook everything on that camera. And then this too is going to have one of those ball and chains. And I just got to pull out my jump rings so that I can add my charms. And I'll show you. Okay, this is missing the link. Let's see here. Does that have it? Yes. And we'll put that there. There we go. And then this is going to sit up in here. And you can see just how high that's sitting. Now again, don't be worried because we have all of that border going around each of these panels that are going in. So this is just going to look really nice. And we'll have some charms coming off on that. Now this is number 8. As I said, I don't know where number 9 went. So we're going to stop here because I'm going to need to find that. Let's see. Let's just page through. And let's just make sure. You could see all of the charms and the other pieces, I think is great. So we've got 1, 2, 3. Don't they look great all filled up? I think they just look absolutely wonderful. 4. That's 5. Oh. 6. 7. 8. Okay, so I'm calling it 8. It's actually 9 because this is number 1. So we didn't lose any. Yay! Okay, I feel better. And you know what? I've got one more left. I'm going to keep going because this one's going to be, oh, so fun because this is the inside of our back cover. And see, you can, when it comes to, or what I find, you know, when I make a journal, and for this video, we'll just say junk journal. When I make those, yes, we think about it. We think about what we're looking for. We think about what we're putting together. But we don't, I'm going to glue this one together. But we can sit back and we can relax through the process, right? Because we're just gathering our papers and we're cutting our ephemera. And we're just creating our clusters and having fun with that. When you're looking at, no, I'm not going to put a eyelid in on this one. It's too tiny. But when we do an album, a scrapbook album, basically, there you got to remember, okay, am I putting a magnet here? Is there going to be a belly band? Is there going to be this, going to be this? Oh, this needs to flip here. I need to put that paper there. So a lot of times we can, you know, lose our train of thought. And when I say we, I mean me. I am going to put I want to put, no, I don't. So you kind of, it helps you to slow down. And enjoy, I mean, literally enjoy the process just a little more. Which I think is great. You know, sometimes we're always in that hurry to put something together. But with Scrapbook, you know, that's not the animal that it is. You've got to think about it. And to me, I love both of them. I love both the processes of a journal and a scrapbook. And that's why I just had to combine these two, because it was just, to me, it's like a match made in heaven. I think the letters will be cute. We're going to put that there. And we've got to have Santa Claus here. All right, now let's put some small pieces in there. So we can put that there. And I can get another medium one in there. All right. I'm going to flip that one out. And this one, I love this one. We are going to make this one. We're going to add a tag to that. I am going to close this up. And there it is again. Just a little piece in there that just keeps floating to the top. All right, we're going to close that. And I want to add a topper to this. Too close. This one, I'm going to remember to place. I am going to put an eyelet on this one. I want to place that off a little differently. No, I don't. Yes, I do. Too late. We're there now. Set that up. All right, now remembering to put the eyelet close to the edge. And if it still doesn't work, that's okay. I can't believe the luck. Well, I'm not going to say it. I'll jinx myself. That's this. a little red jingle bell. And success. Yay, here it is. It's awesome. All right. We have that there, which is awesome. And again, as these close, it's going to clear that. So you always want to make sure that you're clearing pieces that you have to. Going to put that there. This is going to be that. And put that there. And I think I'm going to put that there. I think that'll look cute there. And then we're going to add, not that. Now, I know I had it, and now I can't find it. We'll add that. Well, let's get this down. There. Don't be afraid to lift up your pieces. Again, it's only paper. Just paper. And then we'll get that there. All right. Oh, and then we got to get this one over there. What's fun with journals is your eyes go everywhere because there's always something to look at. There's always something to play with or create with. That's the one that I want to put there. And by adding these, little tiny pops, you're creating that. I'm going to center that. And where is that sentiment? I have been dying to get in here. No, but it's going to go there. I'm keeping it out. I think this one will look great there. No, actually, I'm going to put that one right there. And then for this one, I want that. And I want this. I'm going to put that up there. So we're going to put that there. All right, now for this one, let me flip this. I'm gonna let that be like that. And we need something tall. Let's see if this will fit. No, but it will fit there. So definitely want that there. And I'm gonna put that one there. Perfect for that. And I'm going to put it in that way because when it's flipped, you'll see the bow partially. And we will, here's a nice single tag that I'm just going to punch the hole in. Now, you know what? I want this tag here. I love these bows. All right. And now we're going to do the collage down here. Yes, that is going there. It is going right there. And the tree is going to go behind it. I'm not going to put glue all the way up to the top because I don't want to glue anything down there. Put that there. Well, same. We got a ticket. We're gonna put that there, making sure that it's not at the fold. I'm going to trim that number down. And we'll put that like that. And then we'll press everything down. Okay, that is our last one. So boom, 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 boom. All right, and let's just fiddle with that a little bit. There we go. Okay, they are all now, for the most part, decorated. Now I'm going to do some things offline. I'm going to finish all the inking. I'm going to probably add more bits. I do have extras, but you can see it did add some bulk to this. But what's nice is when I just let these lay, I'm just about hitting 3 inches wide. I'm not there yet, which is nice. Still do not have the alligator effect going on. Now what I am going to do is you can see these are the extra pieces that I have, and I have loads. I have loads of extra pieces, but a lot of these, they are going to be set into this journal. You can tell I loved the numbers and the small pieces. Here are some tags. Here's more cards. I mean, tons. I have tons of stuff left. This is definitely going in. Just a good amount. So I'm just going to finish up working with all of this and setting it into that journal. Now, what I also need to do is set aside some main pieces because I'm going to need them for my cover, the spine, and the back. Usually I do that first. I did not do that this time, which is fine. But I am going to set those aside so that we have those items that we're going to be decorating on that. Okay? So, guys, thanks for hanging out with me. I hope you grabbed your stuff too and just had fun making some ephemera. I know this is kind of long, this video, and I apologize. But just wanted to get through all of that. Again, everything for Pink Monarch Prints will be listed down below with her collections and the playlist and her website and her store on Etsy. And if you have any questions, make sure you leave those down below. I do hope you're enjoying this series. I know I am. It's giving me ideas for others, which is always great. Always writing those ideas down, and that's what you should do too. As you're watching something, maybe it gives you an idea. Write it down so that you can try it next time. Make sure you subscribe, hit the thumbs up, make sure you ring the bell so that you know when the next video is. Now the next video is going to be setting the background pages. I already have them cut. Setting our collages, I'm going to say our flips and our collages, those printable sets, onto those pages with our glue, and then showing you how I did one of the large file folders that are sitting in the middle of the hinged pocket. And then finally we will have, so I am going to add one more video, and then we'll have the cover, the back of the spine, and then the flip through in the same video. So I hope you'll stick around for those. Enjoy the process, enjoy the art that you create and that you enjoy. But most of all, remember, always be creative, guys. And I'll talk to you in the next one. Till then.